Hello everybody, this video is entitled MSTR stock small buy last week, but STRC is back at 100. This is STRC's big week. This is the week where I hope we see a lot of ATM before Friday, the ex-dividend date. So small buy confirmed, and I'm very happy about my prediction yesterday. I pretty much said 30 million. He bought 43 million. Just a tad more than that, but the buy was very small, as expected. What I didn't expect, however, is for most of that buy to actually come from the MSTR stock ATM, from the common ATM. And what that tells me, of course, is that Saylor remains highly unpredictable, because it sure felt, after listening to the earnings call last week, it sure felt like he wasn't going to ATM at a 1.28 or 1.27. And you may remember I said, was it on Saturday? I said I was disappointed that he wouldn't do that. So clearly he did that. Like clearly he sold $100 for 129, which I think is the right thing to do. So I'm really glad he did. And you know, it's not just about pride, these things. I mean, if the stock is trading at 1.29 MNAV, you should still ATM. Even if you think it's heavily undervalued, you should still ATM. You're still collecting $29 over 100 of issuance for the common shareholders. You should still ATM. I'm glad he's doing that, but maybe Saylor using a little bit of a double speak here. In any way, even if you're unhappy about the common ATM, there's nothing to be unhappy about because he only did 42 million. So I guess as a pro common ATM type of guy, to me, the only thing that I'm unhappy about is that he didn't do it enough. But clearly Saylor is in waiting mode. He's waiting for the ATM, for the MNAV, to get back to 1.6, 1.7. That's what I think is going on. Now, let's talk about STRC ATM. STRC ATM was way less than I thought. And actually, in pre-market on Friday morning, you can see this is what Stretch.live had at 1.1. So Stretch.live did a good job at predicting how much he ATM'd on STRC in pre-market, but Stretch.live was telling us in aftermarket on Friday he had ATM, another dozen Bitcoin. Well, that didn't turn out to be the case. There was no ATM on Friday night, and so might be something to take into account, right? Maybe on Friday night the stock trades back at 100, but for some reason the financial rails are not turned on anymore, because some financial institution is not open or something like that. So STRC ATM was less, MSTR ATM was more. But of course, the main topic of today's week is going to be the STRC ATM. We are at 100 right now, currently always oscillating between 100 and 99.995, roughly. And we oscillate. And as I recorded this video, the market has been open for an hour. At least this screenshot is an hour into the market open. And you can see in 1 hour, we already ATM 370 Bitcoin. Estimated, right? Estimated 370 Bitcoin worth of ATM already in 1 hour. This is why I'm very bullish about this week. I'm hoping for $1 billion week. Is what I'm hoping for, is what I'm thinking we can do. It's pretty realistic. If you look at how we did the last time we had a full-on ATM week, 1 billion is pretty realistic for STRC this week, which, it would be 1 billion a month, which would be in line, maybe a little lower than his targets. But again, we've had so many FUD attacks this past month. It's been a pretty tough month for STRC. The entire internet was anti-STRC. And when you take into account that 80% of the holders of STRC are retail, right? 80% are retail, having an anti-STRC campaign from mainstream influencers, that's going to hurt. And that's what it did, and that's okay. Fear and greed is at 50. I'm very happy about that. Bitcoin taking a breather at 80,800. Of course, yesterday Bitcoin was 82,000, but the markets were closed. We never get the highest price of Bitcoin during the week. The highest price of Bitcoin is always when the traditional markets are closed. And so if you own Bitcoin derivatives like Strategy on an old world traditional broker, well, that's a very annoying thing. It's like Bitcoin is always at the highest when the markets are closed. What type of manipulation is going on? This pattern is over and over and over and over again. Either way, I'm not complaining. I happen to believe we need a breather, and it looks like we are getting some sort of a breather in this market right now, which I'm very happy about. And that breather may be due to the fact that some macro fears may be back, and of course CNBC is very keen on letting us know what we should be fearful about. Talking about Iran's peace proposal being rejected, oil going up, and this is, and I'm not going to read because of YouTube. I'm not going to read this, but apparently the media is really going ahead with that story. And I checked that biotech stocks; they're not surging. So, but what is a surge, right? Is it up 1%? Is that a surge? The bio like Pfizer is not really surging. Anyways, they're running with that story. So that's going to help the breather of the market. I think it's healthy. I think we need to breathe a little bit because the month of April and the first 5-10 days of May have been just wild. So I think we need to breathe. And to me, as long as we don't overdo it, that's all good by me. So anyways, this was not investment advice. This is not financial advice. This is only entertainment. I'm hoping you were entertained. Please like, please subscribe, follow me on Patreon, follow me on X. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful, wonderful day.